face. Was he a dwarf? He didn't have a beard, did he? Man. Oh, I feel so much better. With a 10 on the die, can't quite tell. Is it a small fat human? Is it a dwarf? Maybe it's just half the man-like everything else is like.
What are you up to?
I'm just wandering around a bit. I just needed to get away from the bathhouse, especially after the thought that if I had explained things wrong, it would have been really bad, but just for...
It's okay. I hear the more things they think it ends up helping the bathhouse. Yeah, you probably explained it the best.
I'll try to just keep my mind focused on positive things while I'm able. You seem to be in a good mood right now.
And did you end up seeing the boat race?
There was a boat race. I mean, really? Between who?
Oh no, did you not see it?
No, I was cleaning the bath.
Oh.
I'm sure it's not. No, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's no, it's okay. I feel good that I have most of my work done now. I have my day free. I can keep my mind clear of my worries for now. I'll be fine, I promise.
Oh, it was between Torty and some of the sailors, and Torty ended up winning.
Torty's the speckled drow, right?
Yeah.
Well, good for her then. I hope that helps her out. I've heard word that she's had a hard time lately. And hopefully that will help her. I'm glad.
Hopefully.
I'm glad.
That was a close race, though. It was down to the very end.
I wonder if there was money behind it, or wonder what drove them to do such a thing. I mean, what if they got in an accident? But I guess that's not.
I know a lot of people on the dock were betting.
So it did stir up some excitement, but I'm not.
Oh, I was told to go gather people.
I'm not really. Well, I was busy. Oh,
We should watch out.
that was a man we overheard talking about the tiny hands.
Yeah.
I told him to forget about it. I hope he does. I really do. He seems like...
I hope he doesn't.
Why?
It's about the more business we can get.
I think that's true. I think that's right. I've heard other rumors about... I've heard other rumors about the doctor. Like he was eating birds to stay young or something. Reached off the ground, I wouldn't tell this to Basil's face, but I've been hearing just these wild rumors circling. Like the doctor being crazy.
She looks around, make sure no one's around. She'll lean in and whisper, "Make the rumors as big as you can get.
What?
Make everything so unbelievable no one says anything anymore."
Why? I'm just saying things as I've heard
was
them.
told by Basil. Just pass the crazy stuff along.
So maybe, well, if I'm doing a favor for you and Basil, maybe Maybe he eats 2 birds every day to stay young. Puts them between 2 slices
Yeah,
of
that
meat.
could explain why there was all that blood.
That's too gruesome, but maybe maybe he sleeps in the casket each night too.
Was he a vampire?
Do I know what a vampire is? I
I
just
don't know.
I just think
We'll
he sleeps.
say no at this point until we get confirmation.
I just think he sleeps. I'm just going to say, I've heard he sleeps in the casket. He eats birds whole, and wouldn't these rumors spread negatively on Basil though?
Do I know you? Who are you?
Not really.
I mean, he's
Oh,
seen.
lean in and whisper again.
I didn't talk to him.
When they get too crazy, no one will believe any rumor.
You know
Well,
who I
all
am?
right, as long
That's the goal.
Miss Basil asks for it.
Great things about you, 'cause you're amazing.
Yep.
Well,
Did you know I'm in
there's usually people. There's usually a lot of people by the blacksmith, as I've seen sometimes, but they don't. Let's go over here.
It's over there.
wonderful. Did you meet Daddy?
The one time I looked over here and maybe I have no explanation other than the fact that I have really bad luck.
Well, the boat race just happened, so I think they went with Torty.
Well, I guess we'll look at the shore, I guess. So do you think the doctor eats redbirds or bluebirds or cardinals? This looks like it's going to be harder than I thought it would be. Maybe they're just moving away from where I'm going.
But I will, I'll let you continue your walk. I have to go.
I think that's a good idea if we spread out. I do.
I'm gonna go down to the beach.
Right.
Yes.
No, I just thought you were going. I thought you were in a hurry. I thought maybe you were running from something, or you're
do something or
you-
someone.
you were the one who came to my bathhouse all soaked in. Oh,
Don't remind me. Do not.
don't remind me either.
Let it let it leave your mind.
Let it leave your mind.
Leave your mind.
Ugh.
You saw nothing.
Well,
Nothing.
oh,
Never happened.
Right. I don't remember the smell. I don't remember
Zach.
cleaning it. I don't remember the soaked clothes.
Don't. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
I forgot to spread the rumor. I'm not doing a good job. Am I? Well... Maybe if rumors went to the sailors, it would spread far and wide and be so far-fetched it would be...
sort of thought was a little too much.
Well, I mean, it's good to be in the know just in case something happens. The market shifts, right?
Good sir, could you lend an ear for a moment? I've heard a tale from town that... good sir, thank you for your attention for this lowly worker. This lowly worker. I've heard a rumor of a crazy doctor within town. I've heard he sleeps in caskets each night to stay young. I would be wary, maybe perhaps just keep an eye out for a man with sunken dark eyes, and I imagine he has to do all sorts of strange things to stay somewhat young looking. I heard he pulls birds and small animals off the ground and just it's so gruesome. Just keep in mind, don't let him grab you and pull and perhaps pull you into his casket. I couldn't. What else to say? Well, keep it in mind. There's so many rumors and stories about this crazy, strange man that there is. A tale for your shipmates. Yes. Thank you, sir. Maybe visit the bathhouse.
Maybe. Thank you again.
That went pretty well, I think. Well, I could refine the story a bit more. Crazy doctor needs powers to stay young. It seems to be quite empty right now. I don't need to be in Frenchy module. Don't need to be in Frenchy module. Need to be confirmed.
Tavern has been empty for a while. There are 5 player characters looking for drinks, I think.
No. I'm sorry, guardsman. I'm so sorry to take up your time, but I would be grateful for your attention.
What is it?
Oh, No, forget it. I'm so sorry. I'm so scatterbrained right now. I'm so sorry, sir.
You're scared of what? Scatterbrained?
Yes.
Calm down. I'm not going to hurt you. You need something? Let me know.
Thank you. Thank you for your kindness. I'm grateful.
You need me? Come find me.
No. Maybe the guard is not the best to talk to. I think we've been in too much trouble with them lately.
Well, I mean,
If
he's
he-
on this.
If he dies, we have. Yeah, like he's going to work with people if they kill. Yeah,
Bathhouse?
that's not how that works.
I'm thinking of going to the bathhouse since there's nothing really going on right now.
Sure. Bathhouse time.
Joel wants to come? More than welcome. More than merrier.
This early.
I apologize. No one was here. I was
No worries. I've heard some.
thinking of a nice tune in my head.
I've heard some others might be coming. They might be on their way. I'm trying to think of something. What would, sir? If I've heard a story of something quite. It sounds absurd at first notice, but I've heard there's a crazy man in town. There's a doctor, a surgeon, and he has to do all sorts of things to stay young. Like I heard he sleeps in a casket each night. So, perhaps...
Really?
That's what I've heard, yes. I've heard he's been asking people around for someone to build him caskets and things that he can sleep. Well, no, I don't think he would tell them aloud that he sleeps in them, but... It sounds strange, doesn't it? A doctor that has to...
I mean, a surgeon ordering caskets? I mean, it seems kind of... standard? You get people that die, you need them to,
Yes.
You're totally right. Fuck. I need a moment, please.
You could take off those straps, Dredge. Look, they were.
Well, that was an outright failure. What was the other story? It was about eating... I think it was about eating birds. Holy... that sounds too gruesome, but it has to be. If I don't have my voice changer on, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh.
hear you. I hear you.
Going to
You also get me the rags and soap.
take in some of the
Miss Basil.
power of nature,
Sorry.
you know, just
Yes.
breathe it in.
If I could talk with you just for a second.
Bullshit are you talking about, Vezran?
Of course. You go
know,
get all of that
like
stuff
we
for
know.
Dredge, okay?
Get myself all charged up on
I just heard from Lily what is it true you wanted us to tell these things about Soma?
If you hear any rumors, you just help egg it on. That's all I ask.
I thought we were supposed to make these
Because the
rumors.
moment that we can
I've already tried telling one, it didn't work. I've tried to tell, I believe it was one of the I think it was one of the elves working the curio shop. I told them that the doctor had to order caskets to sleep in them to stay young, but he just told me, well, it's normal for surgeons to order caskets for the deceased.
No, that's okay. That's perfect. Make it sound as if that's completely impossible for things. There's this awful rumor going around, and if we can just make up some more, it would help.
I'm not that imaginative, but I'll figure out something, Miss Basil, if it'll help you. But I'm ultimately worried that
A nickname that he had was something along the lines of Skeleton Man's. You can say he's so pale because his skin is so see-through.
that he's a skeleton? Perhaps a skeleton trying to be a man?
That works too.
I'll see if I can do that, but I've seen you with him now and again. I'm worried that these rumors might come onto you somehow. You would be the bride of the Skeleton Man.
I've already lost business. Me personally. For everything that's been going on, the nobles have stopped coming by. A lot of my regulars have stopped too.
Well, I did.
At least this way, you girls can get the business that you deserve.
At least I did convince that new noble that came in asking for the small hands. He did seem satisfied at least. But I'll do
That's what I like to hear.
I'll do the best I can to help you. I will.
Thank you. It definitely means a lot to me.
Yes, Miss Basil.
Want some wine? I did say I'd buy you a drink.
Yes, please.
Wine for the lady, please.
Let's see. Doesn't buy any for himself, but he buys some for his lady. At least he's got some class.
Please, I have absolutely no class, and you know it. Don't try to lie to me.
For the lovely lady.
And here's your cider.
That'll be 20 copper from both of you when you change. I don't expect
I
you
don't
to
need
carry
any
with
for
you into the
myself.
vow.
No,
Yeah,
see, I
I
carry my
literally
coin
have
purse
that
with
thing.
me everywhere. My heaping coin purse.
Oh, I see.
On my
I may
belt
always
so
keep my
that
coin
doesn't come
purse
off.
on me.
It is a survival tactic.
Thank you kindly,
Right.
milady.
What if bandits attack? I can get some payment money.
It's my pleasure.
Ah, what would
I
I do
will say,
without you?
with the tavern being closed,
What would
this
I
does
do
give us
without
a little
you?
bit more business.
Yep, Gur is feeling alright.
Tell you, this cut. It's my favorite that you've done.
Is it? I like that it's still quite long and
Sure, he's
feminine
alright.
while getting all breezy on the other side, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got a nice crosswind
sure.
going. It drives him crazy as well in here.
Yesterday.
Does it? I was thinking about that. Is it better than the
His
other one?
cough
What
has
are
been
the
acting up.
layers?
Oh, you know I like the layers a lot, but
Miss Basil,
something about
I'm
it,
going to take a
it's
walk.
very free,
Mm.
you know.
You take a walk, do what you need to do,
In a
dear.
weird kind of way, because
Supposed to talk to Sean. You need to
Yeah.
catch him before the day ends.
very not traditional as well.
You have
Right.
tasked something of
There he is.
Lorelei?
One moment, let me come around.
Be careful here. How you rest?
Not so well. Hello. Did you wish to speak with me?
Yes.
Take your
You said
time.
you wanted to know
I'll
some
clean up.
spots. The advantages over the town.
for some spots.
You know the
You
school-
need anything,
schoolhouse,
Garbo, just say a
yes.
word.
What are you reading?
There's the rock. Right above.
Oh,
It's a heavy village point.
nothing important. Just
Take a scope at it. Honest.
they could call it a fairy tale, I
The only
guess.
place that anyone can
Right,
really
right.
sound.
Well, I apologize
From
for
there you can
being
see
nosy,
from the
but
vineyard
I've
all
heard
the
some
way to
fantastic
into the
stories
shopping
myself. What
and
if
then up the road.
what if I told you that there was a skeleton man in town?
Right.
It's quite fantastic, isn't it? Could be nothing but a far-fetched tale.
You're going to have to run that one by me again.
You said what now? What in the bastard hell?
Have a little look at that data.
A skeleton man.
And that area that you mentioned.
He wanders around at night. By the day, he looks like a regular person, but by night, he looks for people to slap with his arm. He pulls his arm
I'll see
off
if, I'll talk with
and
Raven.
hits them.
Raven's our trapmaster, so.
That's fucking wild.
Oh.
It's like...
No, this is the first I'm hearing of this.
I know, it's, Oh gosh, I'm bad at this.
But,
Well,
you also wanted us to shout out some
people are...
places where the orc camp was, right?
People are guessing at who the skeleton man could be. Because I heard he's a regular person by day, but then this creature by
It would
night.
actually be-
And if you're not careful, he'll
It would actually be very easy
come in
for
the dark
hunters
and
to do it, 'cause
hit you with
we
his
actually
arm.
found a direct path to the orc camp from our camp.
Very much.
Well, you never know for sure.
You might want to set up traps along that area for the simple point.
What I would
of your own
suggest
defense.
is you
Plan to.
try to avoid going out at
We already
night.
thought of
And if possible, keep a
And
flame near you so you can always see.
Also,
So you can always see it coming, right?
according, I think.
That way you can run.
quarry.
I don't come out. I barely come out in the day as it is.
Robber barons, then, so we don't need to worry too much about that.
But anyway,
The side that leads towards your camp, though, that
I wouldn't
needs
worry
to
about it
be
too much.
looked into and trapped, just for the sake of your own protection. If the scouts are coming over, that might be where they're either leaving or coming from.
They've already gone to the eastern side of the wood. At least 8 of them were scouting out that way. Led by one of the cursed grey orcs.
Yeah, I murdered our dog. I know we are. That's what I'm saying. If you can interrupt them.
I am really bad at this. I guess I'll try one more time. But if not the forge, then where? The forge was empty and the docks were empty. Maybe the markets? Doesn't seem like the right time to check the markets either. I don't like being out here on my own. I really don't. Am I a fool? We're going to... Okay. Proper voice, proper voice. Proper voice. This is not what I want to do. I'd rather be hidden inside where it's safer. But this is to help Basil. Hope they didn't see me. I just pretend just to be normal. I am not good at this. I am not. Would it do anything to spread the rumors at the clinic? No, I think they would counteract this somehow. The guards. I don't know if I trust the guards.
I missed you. You've been sick for so long.
Maybe if I turn on the charm a bit.
And you did several times.
I know. But I couldn't get close to you because I didn't want to catch whatever you had.
Oh. There we are. I don't know.
At least they had red spots on them.
I feel so silly.
I don't know if you're drunk or not, but if you're not, it's fine.
I can't do. I am so awful at this. How do I spread a rumor? This town's so maddening.
Usually get one in the morning and one at night when I have to do the records.
Blast it all.
With what you do, probably. With what I do, it's a droning thought, you know? It just happens. It becomes a lot of the same shit the more you do it.
I have to try with her. Miss, I'm sorry if you're in a hurry. I've heard this amazing yet frightening story. I heard in town there's a skeleton man. He wanders around looking normal by day, and by night I'm assuming he takes the form of a skeleton and he pulls his arm off and he attacks people with it. I heard, just between you and me, I heard it's someone at the clinic. I think it's the surgeon. He always looks so pale with the sunken eyes. He seems like a skeleton already.
Where did you hear this from?
Fuck. Well, you know, around town, when just various people, it's spreading. You're probably one of the last people who've heard of this. I know I was late to the news. I would just hate to see anyone be got by the skeleton man.
Well, thank you for warning me, but I should be fine. I can take care of myself.
I don't think it worked.
But I appreciate the warning.
Like what? Again,
Again. But there's a skeleton man walking around. There's, you know, someone saw them unhinge their jaw and swallow through a hole, catch their arm. Now what has
One more try.
Your head will be much more comfortable.
Do I dare? Could I? I don't know if I can do this. Oh, well, He could turn me into paste. Maybe if I appeal to his strength. Well, Sir Champion, I need to. I've heard a troubling story that there's a. Oh, here goes. That there's a skeleton man wandering the streets at night. Perhaps someone as big and strong as yourself would be able to. Perhaps rid the town of this. Of whatever this skeleton man is. I heard.
Like a walking skeleton, or is this like a guy who wears a skeleton?
He seems more or less normal by day, but like a skeleton at night, and if you're not careful, he takes his arm off and he attacks you with it.
So it's a guy who can rip his own arm off?
Oh no, So I've heard around town.
If I see anyone trying to attack people with an arm, sure. If I can't stop him.
Just between you and myself, I've heard it might have been someone at the clinic. Maybe it's the surgeon. He already looks practically half dead by day. Surely if he came...
Imperials?
Yes. Surely if they came after me, I would be helpless, but... Did I just encourage him to go attack Soma? Oh, fuck. I'm sorry to take up your time, sir. I need to go. Oh, I fucked up.
Nope.
I'm fine.
Everything okay?
Anxiety just seems to take me at the worst times, it seems. I'll be fine, I promise. I'm just not used to being outside so much. But
Take it easy, okay? And be careful on these alleys. You might want to stick to the main roads when you go home.
Thank you for your advice, sir. I appreciate your attention. You're so kind.
Of course.
Let's go with 30. That was the lowest number you said.
Lily, Miss Lily,
How old are you?
Is Miss Basil around? I need to talk to her right now.
Something around 28.
She's giving people a tour of upstairs. Is there something I can help you with?
Can we talk over here just for a moment?
Young enough to be like, I think you're
Yeah,
too old
come on.
for me, though.
But we have two of these rooms. And then upstairs is the room that we normally have for nobles. But Miss Dorothy has spent the silver to be able to be up there a few times.
I see.
Giving a tour. Somebody hasn't seen, and maybe it will bring a little bit more customers in. Who knows? This room I like sleeping in myself. Very comfortable.
I messed up. Oh,
I'll grab you and pull you into the room.
I told.
Give me one moment to check.
But I told the champion about the skeleton man.
Smells are really nice.
But the way I worded it, it might. There's
I smell the oil.
there's the possibility that the champion might maybe
I
attack.
wouldn't say overwhelming.
He didn't say so himself, but I could see a situation where.
Something. Anyway.
Oh, I went up to Dredge and told him of the skeleton man. I'm sure it's all right. He didn't. Even worse. Nobody sounded like they believed me. But if they do.
Well, that's the point.
Right.
Trust me, you're fine.
I hope so.
Don't worry.
I'm overthinking it. I'm so tired. I'm trying so hard.
You're doing fine.
I'm not out and about town so much. I'm supposed to be hidden character.
Is that really what you want from me?
Yes, that's exactly what I want. It's what I've always wanted.
Okay, break's over.
It can take more than a couple seconds for a break.
I'm busy.
I'm just gonna let you go now. Go back in the water.
I promise I'll be fine.
And now I emerge a beautiful mermaid.
I told Dredge about a skeleton man. I kinda sucked at it. But I made the attempt. Break time.
Oh, Ugly Stone. I was AFK. Unless I was in a weird position while I was walking around. I don't know what's wrong with my full body. But thank you for dropping by. I greatly appreciate it. I might disconnect at any second, but... thank you for joining. It is mocking me. Everything is mocking me. But you just missed the, story about the skeleton man. There's a horrible skeleton man running around town. By day, he looks kind of normal, but by night, if you're not careful, he will take his arm, he will pull his own arm out of his socket, slap you with it.
Can I get my NPC's bounty on the run in Shinfo module, please and thank you? Bounty on the run.
Am I in this one? I am not in this one. So I had my bathhouse worker try to tell multiple people about a skeleton man, which was the Soma rumor. He looks sort of human by day, but by night, if you're not careful, the skeleton man will pull his own arm out of his own socket and hit you with it.
We've been hunting for the hero of Nautis.
Yeah.
We have shoot on site orders. So like straight up, we have shoot on site orders.
Sanders can save us. Right, Sanders? No, look how scared he looks. Oh no.
Shoot on site orders on the hero of Nautis. The guards have shoot on site.
Scared. This is my default face. The fuck?
From this angle, he looks a little scared. It's just the way the eyes are angled.
I think it was the tone. I think it was like the tone of voice and eyes. What?
Dwarf died.
Yeah.
What expression does? Yeah, no.
Dwarf dies of Sanders' breath. Look out, Reset's clock's gonna possess you.
What the fuck was that?
Right, clock is currently taking your mind over.
He's taking your soul. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That spooked the shit out of me.
That's the sound of him siphoning your soul out.
Oh,
it's
it's
the
the FX
about
model.
someone stealing your soul.
I mean, Sanders signed up for the military. Isn't that what he's expecting?
Sanders is a cynical fuck.
No, he's just depressed and knows that he signed up for his own death warrant.
I'm depressed that not outright depressed, but
no, you didn't. You just fucked your own death warrant. That's it. You know.
That too.
Oh, that's how you establish dominance.
I tried to tell the skeleton man story in front of Dredge.
No.
Listen, it is every human's.
Let's see. Hi, Giga. I hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm doing good, thank you.
Yay.
I'm just looking for my next target. There he is.
I'm busy.
I need one volunteer for Shinfo module, please. One volunteer.
Rice, that's en route.
Perfect. Get down to Shinfo module, please and thank you.
Oh no.
Good sirs, I would like to report a public nuisance.
If you tell me
We're
it's a
listening.
dwarf with
Yeah, right
blonde
now you're-
hair, I'm going to lose my mind.
Fuck is being a nuisance this time.
It is some jittery, fidgety woman in a yellow dress telling people about a skeleton man. She's causing a public disturbance, disturbing my business. If she puts up any of that nonsense in front of you, I would suggest to not take it and put her in her place, if you would kindly do so.
What are you talking about? Skeleton? We'll handle it. What the fuck is she talking about? A skeleton?
A skeleton man. She's spinning some kind of wild rumor about how...
Isn't that just a skeleton? Should I go detain this woman? I can go with him.
Wait, did you guys hear the story about
I think-
Roma, about how he fucking unhinged his jaw?
Is she
and made a
loitering or
bruise
is she just been crazy?
Just checking you're good with me.
In my opinion, most women are crazy, but yes, she was being crazy. I think she works... I saw her dress. I think she works at the bathhouse. I'm not one to tell you what to do, but if you were to want to pursue this, I'd see what's going on. I don't need random people coming up to me and telling me worthless stories about how some skeleton man is pulling his own arm out of his own socket and hitting people with it in the middle. It's ridiculous.
Should we?
I know the one you're talking about. Where's she at? I'll go make.
I actually heard some stories like this. They might be true.
Where's she at?
Last I saw of her, she was prancing around town, running in circles, looking all jittery. She'll if I had to guess, she's probably at the bathhouse. Or maybe she's spreading her stories around somewhere.
Okay.
We should
I'll go
split
check.
up. Somebody check the bathhouse.
Yeah, if you find her, bring her to the bathhouse, and then one of you let me know.
What she look like?
Dark-skinned, yellow dress, dark skin, black hair, shaved on one side. I have an eye on these things.
Okay, we'll take care of it.
If she's not careful, she's going to end up a slave. The way she's acting. I self-reported. Let's see. Okay. Expressions. Sad. Invis. What else? Voice mod.
You take my word for it.
Please tell me you're back here. Whatever you do, don't go out.
What do you mean?
Don't go out. The guard just came in looking for a woman in a yellow dress. Don't say anything else about Selma.
What?
Actually,
What the hell?
Do me a favor. Put on my dress. My extra white one.
You're...
All your clothes are out there. What the fuck are we going to do?
No, it's fine. You know, it's the bathhouse. What are they going to be like? You naked drow, you shouldn't be naked. Like, fuck off, you know? Besides, maybe I'll shock them so much that they're like, whoa, that thing, you know, whoever, whatever is happening can happen, you know? So.
Maybe...
We were supposed to change downstairs.
I'm good at hiding.
I'm just glad we're the same size. I fit you well.
Okay, good. Hey, the guards have been pushed away.
I'm so sorry.
No. Don't apologize. It's okay. It's okay.
I have the worst luck. This is what happens when I go outside.
No, see, you're wearing white now. They won't recognize you. They normally recognize us by our dresses regardless anyways. The guards have no taste. Okay? So you being in this will be fine. If anything, there is a blue one up there as well. Okay? And just put that one if necessary, okay?
Maybe I should put that one out. I'm just going to hide in a box somewhere.
You're fine, you don't need to hide.
You don't need to hide. If you feel more comfortable, put the blue one on. It's upstairs, okay? But you do look beautiful in the white, okay? Do what you need to do. Make yourself feel safe, okay?
And you will see that Lily is no longer wearing her gloves or the dangles on her hip.
Look what I started. Oh, wow. I don't know who's a deadbeat. I self-reported my character. I'm so proud. Let's see. Let's get the mirror up. Oak of iron. A solid oak of iron. Is it an oak made of iron, or is it iron in the shape of an oak? Who knows?
It was a thing given to me by about 210 people after I did an NPC thing for them.
Oh, really? Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I
Don't-
played a character that died, but he was connected to so many people.
Oh. You know, I hope that brought good memories. It sucks to lose that kind of history too.
Yeah, it was a character that was a medic that died holding one of the original cast members because it was a mixture between D&D and LARP. So he literally died holding one of the originals.
I hope that those good memories carry with you, and that the people that you interacted with not only memorize what you've done for them, but also helped inspire them and create their own stories in turn. I've always believed this. Even you don't have to become famous or timeless to have an effect on the whole fabric of creativity. You just have to put in some work.
Yep.
They
gave me a sigil, and they planted it. They literally planted an oak tree on private land.
Very nice.
So
years and years ago, when I first, pretty much on one of my first days role-playing back in the dim and distant days of text chat roleplay, it was a throwaway joke name, but there was a guy named Keep On, last name Laughin'. First name Keep On. Today, my sailor, I decided to name Keep On. A small tribute for someone who, a callback going way back. I hide callbacks once every while. So yeah, the past is important.
Drop down.
Hello, Frenchie.
Anyway.
Quickly into town. Let's go, Leo.
Let's do it. I'll tell you the story about how I self-reported my own character. Later on.
Galeo slept on the roof last session, so I had to get him down without the guard seeing him.
Have him roll off.
Yeah, he did. Now, let's see. I think he's gonna come in. God, which side is that? Vineyard side? I think that's Vineyard side.
happened. Damn gods. At least I still have you here. It sounds weird. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, for what?
I just wanted to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Dude.
I mean,
You know English? Or common?
I don't know who the deadbeat is, but we'll see.
I could wear it better. How much for it?
Drag on the ground
I
behind
think I'm going to go lay down for a little bit until
Listen, hold on. Am I that much shorter?
Absolutely.
It almost touched
You're
the
like
ground.
a
It's not
head
that-
shorter than him and he stands up tall.
You lay down, don't start, I may not see you.
I could still do it. I could still do it.
If I was at your shoulder, it would be dragging.
Keeper, good to see you. Take your time, I'm just cooling my heels. I've tried that run again, I could...
This is not...
Hmm?
Run?
What?
I've decided to give this long-distance courier thing a try, and it's not going as badly as I thought it would.
That's all.
Money is money, right? If I live to see another day, I'm doing well enough, I think.
I take this from a man who's lived a very long time, Elias. Money is not just money.
You're probably right.
There will come a point in your life, however long it is, that you need to make a choice.
Give a bite to eat, please.
Sure. You okay?
I'm so hungry. I haven't stopped running around since this morning. I literally have
Okay.
not.
Everyone's working hard.
I got you. Sit down.
I can't. I'm gonna ask for a bread bowl so I can run with it, because I'm not done yet.
Well, lucky you. I can pretty much make those things in bulk now because so many people eat them things.
So fucking good.
Good for Still good. When they go. 20. Over 20.
25, Garbo.
There you go. Hold the tip. Just try.
Gratuity is always a good thing.
Okay. Well, that actually pretty nicely segues back into my point. One day, Elias, you're going to have to make a choice. Not going to be a good choice. It's going to mean, basically, difference between life and death.
Oh.
And it's going to involve coin. I'm here to tell you, Elias, do not ever take the blood soap coin. Doesn't matter how hard you will have to fight, doesn't matter how far you have to go. Avoid it at every possible cost.
I'm afraid to ask, but I'll take your advice, Gerben.
Wouldn't be worth it to ask anyway. I will not encounter what you will in your life. Everyone's road is unique. We just face a lot of the same challenges.
I really feel like I hit something really bad right though. Not burned though.
Regardless, it sounds like you're making honest work at the moment, so...
I'm doing the best I can. I'm just a little worried. I feel like I've gone back on my promise to help Mr. Wilhelm. I haven't seen him in a while. We just keep missing each other. I've heard his cause. I've heard his cause, and I believe it's very noble. Right, without saying too much, it's he's working on a great project. One that's not immediately useful, but if he makes enough progress, it will help the whole of society. It sounds lofty, I know. But I do believe that if things line up just right, he'll be able to do it.
You can make promises from now until the day you die, Elias. In the end, they're just words. Try to keep your word, but ultimately, they may come or you'll be forced to just abandon it.
So, if my father told me that what you do is worth much more than what you say. Were those words as well? I'm sorry if that doesn't make sense. I'm still trying to find that answer.
The very old saying. Actions, not words. Deeds, not words.
Actions speak louder. It comes in several ways but mean the same thing. So if there's many different words attached to one truth, then there's something to that, isn't there?
Yes. You can say whatever the hell you feel like saying, Elias. Your actions are what define you.
But though if I do come across important words, that of advice or potential actions that might further my chances of survival long term, sometimes I do write them down, so I don't forget.
Well, think of it like this. I could tell you here and now that the only way to survive is to kill anyone who ever threatens you.
No,
You would walk down the street, meet someone that says the only way to survive is to not kill anyone who ever threatens you. Two separate pieces of advice. And people can make them sound wise, however they wish to. How you act on those words that define them.
Well, you're right, obviously, but no, I think, well, if everyone was a pacifist...
If you are helping with Plant and Discover, come to NPC Spawn. Plant and Discover. NPC Spawn, please.
Well, if everyone was a pacifist, a lot of the problems would be solved, but we both know that would never, ever happen in this world. So that piece of advice is out. And if people all killed everyone that even vaguely threatened them, all of the civilized world would descend into a bloodbath and be no longer... Might as well be of what I heard Agmadrot is.
So, sounds like two sages who dispense wisdom know absolutely nothing about life and about school.
That's why...
According to your experiences.
I just copy the written word. I don't claim to actually possess the knowledge. I'm just fortunate enough to be able to read and write, see other people's words, and then judge them for myself. You know, where I used to work in the Free Wharf, all we did, we were in a writing house, rows and rows of desks, and all we did was create books for nobles and other high profile clients. It was quite a thing. I got to see many different things. But what was the most amazing of all, we had someone who had her own separate room. She was an artist. She was in charge of making the pictures and the fancy illustrations in most of our books, and for that she got her very own room where she wouldn't be bothered, and her only job was to make the most beautiful pictures I've ever seen. Would those count? Those that which she created, what do those count as? Are those actions? Are those words? Or is it just simply pure creation? Which, in my humble opinion, I think that's the greatest state a sapient being could achieve. Just to make things. That was a mouthful.
Yes. From my point of view, sounds like to me that this woman of yours was just the same as all of you. Locked up into a writing shop, forced to crank out pictures of no doubt she was highly skilled at doing. She did that all day, every day, day to day.
Well,
I'm curious. Did she ever say if she actually enjoyed what she did? Do you know?
the few times that I did get to speak with her, she always looked back over her shoulder, and she was sure to smile. She carried a short conversation with me, but then told me that she was busy and I'd like to speak with you again tomorrow. And that was the case each day until, well, we were merged, in a sense of the word, with a rival writing house, and a bunch of us were forced out.
And her?
Excuse me a second. Do you not see the sign? Do you not see the sign? I miss her a lot. It was... I thought we had something more or less secure going on, but the machinations of the Free War have caught up to us. Anyone that wasn't a personal friend of the incoming writing house, the head scribe of that, we were put on the streets. And that's pretty much how I ended up here.
What happened to her?
The last time I talked to her, she told me she wanted nothing to do with a half-breed, and don't come near me again. That was it. Nothing awful, but
That Elias is action. Before that was words.
yes, so I know this. I do know this lesson. I do know this lesson, Gervin. Just to think that at any moment someone could show you their true colors and just leave you. It's embittered me. It's made me fearful.
Well, I'm sorry to have to be the one to break this to Elias if you don't know. But it never really goes away. Just knows with age.
It stings freshly, still. Every time I see a picture in a book, I wonder if it's hers. And I get the urge to rip it out. Not that I would do such a thing to a printed book, but a thing of creation, but the way I described it does not do justice to being there. Just seeing her countenance, her expression completely shift, see the mask peel away and show what's underneath. Makes me wonder.
I think the next time you see a picture in the book, you allow your inner thoughts to come out and you rip it from it. You rip that book to shreds if you have to. You don't stop until it's nothing but tiny little pieces.
It wouldn't do it. It wouldn't do a thing to change what happened.
No, it wouldn't. But then you'd finally realize what it means to act on those feelings. You finally get to see if it's worth it to hold on to that anger, or if it's better to just let it fade away. Have you ever been forced to kill another man, Elias?
What? That's sudden. No.
Yes or no?
No.
You think you could do it?
Why are you asking me that? No. Well, if there was some set of wild circumstances that absolutely forced me to, who knows? I don't underestimate the depths of the human condition. Only if I was cornered.
Yes. Yes or no?
It says he's looked around the outer walls and it doesn't seem like there's any handholds to climb.
I want to say no, but if you absolutely must deal in absolutes, it's yes. But only in the most far-fetched, impossible circumstances.
It sounds like to me that yes, you would do it. And worrying about it would only further serve to destroy you. Sometimes you have to deal in absolutes, Elias. Sometimes you can't ruminate over it. Sometimes you cannot let it cloud your mind. Sometimes you just have to make a decision. Sometimes you just have to let it go. Or tear it apart.
Instinctively, Gerben, I want to disagree, but I can't think of an argument.
I don't doubt you would eventually come up with one, if you believed it hard enough. Unfortunately for both of us, life in Gladia is not like life in other places. Sometimes you must be that hard. Sometimes you have to make those decisions. No matter how much you do not want to.
That is quite grim.
You've lived in Coracada's Free Wharf. Elias, you know what grim looks like.
I was there, but I was sheltered. Until I wasn't.
Clearly. Ultimately, Elias, it's up to you to do what you think is the right thing. I can't tell you what that is, no one can. Because everyone would tell you something different. They would be so
convinced of it, they would lambaste you as a fool for thinking anything other than what they thought. The world doesn't work like that. So, you need to be able to make decisions that are going to be difficult. Sometimes you may need to do something as despicable as kill.
But you just said yourself, don't take the blood money.
Yes, I did. And you may put your own life on the line if you refuse. So, what are your principles worth to you?
That's severe. But let me say right now, I do appreciate your attention. And your words. With any luck, I'll learn something from them before it's too late.
You don't have much longer, Elias.
Well,
I'd learn fast.
Mr. Goodman?
Nastasia.
You didn't happen to see the Marquis or any slaves walking around, did you? I was expecting well, a pickup order from the Marquis. Did he come to town?
Not that I can recall. I'm sorry, Nastasia. I figured I would have noticed him.
Good. I thought I might have missed him.
If I happen to see him, I'll be sure to... Oh.
What
is that? How do you manage to do that?
Blue?
Oh, Flint.
Oh.
I've heard... Gerpin, I've heard stories of the Blue Flame. Of, Mithrax. Is she connected to that? Is she a believer?
You know you can go just ask her herself.
For the reasons I just told you, I have trouble talking to new people. Look how long it took me to warm up to you.
Mysterious?
Let me tell you a bit of a story.
Aye.
Very short, I promise.
Alright.
When I was young, I had a very large family.
Hmm?
We lived in a very sheltered community. Very small, very poor, but still was security nonetheless. And for a short while, that I can remember, everything seemed like it's going fine, right? Normal life, family, loving relationships. Then all of a sudden, things began to go wrong. My parents began to die off. My siblings all disappeared on me. My community tore itself apart. I was forced at a very young age to go out on my own and survive. Every day I was wondering if that was the day I was going to end up being shanked and left in some ditch or a back alley.
Well, I just did that to my bounty a few minutes ago.
Thankfully, I managed to impress a local mercenary band captain. Learned I could cook somewhat. Put me on as an assistant. I gained protection. Some of the roughest people I ever met, but they did right by me because I was one of them.
Anyway, farewell.
Eventually, I had to leave them too because they also passed away into their own. I was forced to move on from that and relearn an entire new life, new people, new things. But I did that for a while, and I was forced to leave that life again, and then I find myself here. Moral of the story, Elias.
Aye.
You're not in that writing house in Coracadus anymore. One day I am going to be dead, and it's coming far sooner than you might imagine. So, I don't care how comfortable you think you are talking to other people. You need to do it. No ifs, no ands, no buts, no hesitation. It could make you feel the worst you've ever felt in your life. But you still need to do it. Otherwise, well, the alternatives are not good.
Well, yes, I've heard the advice that isolation is a killer. That I have. It's just that you'd never know what someone is hiding. And that true friends are so rare. So rare, if at all.
I would tell you that isolation is not a killer.
Oh?
Isolation makes you want to die. It's like an infection, a plague, one that you can never properly cure unless you manage to get someone who's able to pull you out of it.
I hear someone coming.
So I've been swinging my axe all day, and I am fucking exhausted.
Well then, sounds like time for drinks. We still have like half a bottle of wine back at the house, but
We're saving that.
Good evening.
We can't break the reserves. That's all we have.
We can drink it.
That's true. I know. I'm willing to
We were looking to get some drinks, if we're still able.
Well, I'm still awake, so yes. What do you wish?
How much will a silver get me?
A few cups and some refills, depending on what you want to buy.
Will it get me a small bottle of anything?
Yes, it would. Would get you a wine bottle at the very least.
I'll take it. Done and done.
Very well. One moment.
See, I knew I wasn't underestimating price.
The greatest bottle of wine.
Good night. You as well.
Sir Farmer, it's good to see you. If you don't mind me taking just a moment of your time, if I may ask how your expansion is going.
We just started today. Got some brushes trimmed out, a tree down, getting wood for the fences.
I wish you well on that, I do. You seem to really have your eyes set on that. Obviously, farming is such hard work. Without having to worry about the things I've been hearing going on and how everything is just so expensive. 50 silver just for that thin plot. So I'm glad to hear that you've gotten progress. I'm only a contracted scribe, but if I can help you in some way, I'd be willing. I could probably pass something back to the house, maybe expedite some communication if you wished. But other than that, I only have well wishes.
I appreciate it. I'll keep it in mind.
Thank you, Sir Farmer.
Fucking exhausted.
I mean, you had a lot of things going on today, it sounds like. And how did yesterday go?
Well,
Did it go
I
well?
think apparently I got poisoned.
What?
Yeah. It was like midday, we just got done fighting the troll, and the next thing I know, I'm in the infirmary and it's nighttime, so...
Oh.
I live again to see Marin get the shit kicked out of her. What the fuck?
Just because I did this. No shit posting. Sorry.
But my asthma's spreading.
What?
God, not again.
Okay. I don't know if you want me to write this down, but aside from the coin in
Yeah,
mouth,
all ideas
this
if
shiny
you
thing.
can. Yeah, the coin in the mouth.
If
Yeah,
it
I remember
would be,
you said
if it
that.
would be possible to, so like the way it is now is that the controller and like the legs start above it, so I have to go like really far down to actually have the bird on the ground without my arm, you know, bending over sideways, and then it ends up making me really slow. So if the bird could be like lower down for the left hand, and
Oh, actually,
still
it's
controlled the
worse
same way
than
with the
I
right
thought.
hand.
So this is
Oh.
one, and this is one, as well. So this is one, this is one, and this is one.
Jesus
It's
Christ,
so
VR
fucking
chat,
dumb.
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's so. What is? What? How do you actually? use
Whose
okay.
idea was this?
I don't know. I feel like it's bugged.
I feel like 3 different
'Cause
people were working on it, and none of them
so
communicated.
So I'm holding my fist like this, and then I pull the trigger, and I go. This is 0, and this is 1 when I'm pulling the trigger. So you can kind of see my
Fucking
finger
morons.
moving, right?
Yeah.
But that's 1. That's 1. That's 1.
And then if you push even harder,
Like
it's 0.
Yeah. So everything is 1. Everything is 1 except if you're just resting your finger on the trigger. That's the only thing that's 0. So it's 1
Like,
other
how
than
do you
other
fuck
than
up
your,
so badly?
And it's only the trigger, because if I'm not touching my palm and I'm just using my finger like this, so that's 0 now, and then I can, you know, slide it in, and then 0 to 1. Oh no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You have to have a fist for it to work.
I hate this so much.
Yeah,
And there's no other way.
Why? I mean, that's the only way you can do it as a float, right? You can have it like slightly open, but you can open your debug menu, right, and look at it and see what I'm talking about. You have to have your gestures unlocked though.
Yeah, my right controller's dead, so I think I would need them both. Well, do I actually? Probably not. Let me check.
You can open the radio menu.
Config,
Right?
debug. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go.
It's on the far left under parameters. We gesture
Oh, you gotta
left,
scroll,
or
right?
gesture.
How do you scroll on this?
Oh, it shouldn't have. It should be on the far left. It's all the default parameters, right? Are the first
What's it
ones?
called?
Gesture left weight. Or
Oh,
gesture
right. I'm
right weight.
fucking stupid. My gestures are off. You just said that too. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 1, 0 to 1. So I guess what you could do is if you make a fist and then you could control it by just clicking the trigger.
Yeah,
I guess
pulling the
then
trigger.
you might accidentally
then
you could accidentally click a door or something.
Yeah.
I think what would make sense then is for like it to be open, so like backwards. So like everything closes the mouth, but then like it just having your finger on the trigger opens it.
Opens
and then
it.
like closing again.
And then you can do like a
close. Yeah. Or just to be the bird with like the mouth hanging up and just like looking at the sky because it's funny.
Yeah.
Total ride on a carriage eventually. It'll just sit there tasting the air. I don't know if
So
birds
fucking
actually
stupid.
smell or anything. I think they open their mouths when they get excited. Their beaks. Like when they're happy about something, they just open their beaks.
You know what I could do? Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You know what I could do? I
Have
could
a
just
good
make it so
sleep.
that the right controller can be toggled. So instead of moving the head, it's just the jaw. Do you think that would work?
We'll figure it out. I say that again.
Because
I think my
so
weed
like
just kicked in.
you, no problem. um, no, it's just the way you said that. Like I think my weed just kicked in. Like there was
Yeah, my
oh
brain
shit.
just turned to mush.
No, I know that feeling. Don't worry, I got you. I went to school in Colorado. I got it. um, but I was saying, you know how you can move the head with the controller?
Yeah.
So, like, what if we made it so you could move the jaw with the controller too?
Oh. No, because I'd like to do both at the same time. Like, I'd like to be able to like lift the head up and then go nom 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 nom, you know. Or like when I'm picking at food, like peck nom 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 nom.
I see. Okay.
It's okay if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those like that's one of those things that is not as important. More important is the whole like if it's possible to get just the where the hand is for the bird, and the bird to be below it so that I could sit higher like here instead of like having to be here.
So I could make
then I'm
like
super
so you know I can make a slider like you know how it's like you can like change the color on the avatars of the slider.
Yeah.
I could make a slider for the height of the bird.
Yes, that would be great. And if it can go like down mostly, because
It would
right
go
now,
like down to your. It would go down to your feet
Yeah.
or like up or maybe even higher.
Right. Okay. I would only adjust it like a little bit because I still like being close enough to it to like look up and you know. But
Well, I mean, I would just give you the whole range and then you could just put it where
Yeah.
you like it.
That's awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
so
I could do
will
for
take,
sure.
I will put note. And also, eventually, like none of these have to be done right away. But if there could eventually be a fat slider, like to make them slightly plumper
Engorged
with how
bird.
much people are feeding me.
I'm just imagining you go, you peck at the thing, and then. Whoop.
Well, I want to grow like 2% every day. That's what I want to do.
And just see if they notice.
Yeah, so like make it like a fat bird version, and then I'll go up by like 2 to 5% every day.
I'll put it on a
from
slider.
0.